entire 2 hours, right, watching the long video, I can get a gist of what was discussed. And I can chat if something was discussed around this, right? Something was discussed that is giving some freebies of let's say Perplexity and all. So I can just directly jump onto that section of video if I have to search or chat on anything on top of this. Right. So it's a very powerful tool. I use it a lot of times, MLAI, for my day-to-day task. Okay. This is important, right? Since I talked about Perplexity, my next task for you guys is how or when to use Perplexity and how I use it for best of the times. Let's say I want to do some research, right? So I'll show you the prompt first, what research we have. I mean, we can use the deep research feature of ChatGPT as well, right? There is a feature called deep research. I can use the same prompt to do this, but I personally like Perplexity output more. The reason being the kind of article that it refers, right? The kind of resources the Perplexity refers are quite a good compared to the ChatGPT that I have found after my extensive usage of these platforms, right? So you understand what I wanted to ask, and then you can compare the output on any of your tasks. I'm going back, but I personally like the output of Perplexity more, right? So for example, I want to have an intern, right? Research intern who has to give me the all the research because I want to start, let's say, a coffee business in India, right? So I'm interested in gaining the insights, a comprehensive understanding of the growing coffee market in India. So could you provide me in-depth analysis of the current state coffee market? And these are my questions, right? These are the long detailed ones. So if you see that, what is the overall size and the growth rate of the coffee market in India right now? Right. So when I'm asking right now, that means in 2025, I want the information to be coming in is the latest one. I do not want a model to use its own knowledge. And that's where it is the use case of a research. Right. So you should able to now distinguish between when to use thinking model, when to use deep research, because it's a task of your this thing which I want and latest information which is coming out of my internet. And that's where it is a task of research. Right? Who are the major players in India of coffee market? Please include both domestic and international companies. So I want the recent information. Let's say 2 days back there is a new player in the coffee market in India. Right? There is a new brand, new startup who has started operating. How will I get to know? Because it is present on the internet. It's not in the model's knowledge, it is present on the internet, right? Is there a potential of new business to enter in India coffee market? What are the barriers to industry? What are the various channels through which the coffee is sold in India? What types of coffee products are most popular in Indian consumer? How do cultural and regional differences within India influence the coffee consumption, right? We know that coffee is consumed across throughout in India, north region, south region, and there is a difference of the coffee itself, right? The filter coffee versus any brew coffee, whatever. So I have bunch of questions that if I do this manually, I will take at least a week, right, to get all of this concrete report. But now if I have a research intern who will go and collect the relevant information, create a task, and get me all these details, that is what we are using AI for, right? Perplexity is free for, I would say, 5 searches in a day, I think, right? If you're using, and if you're in colleges, you have your IDs, you can sign it up for free also. You can get, if you are adding .edu domain, if you have, but for a per day, you get 5 or 6 searches free. You can search it, right? So if you see now, right, it is getting resources, right? These are my sources, which it is referring to, and more than 121 sources it has referred so far for these my 9 tasks, because I had 9 questions, right? Different questions. I want to gauge the entire aspect of this industry, and now it has started giving me the output, right? So the Indian coffee market is currently valued at $1.05 billion in FY25, and it is growing at the CAGR of 7.56. Right? If I want to see the information, this is the markets and data stats which is coming out of it. Right? So these resources, this is what I like in these pages a lot, right? So what are the coffee markets, share price, right? And this is going at the CAGR of this technical research. Who are my major players in the market and their market share? emerging specialty coffee chains. So all of this is coming from the authentic resources, and I have my entire thing generated, and I mean still it is generating. It has not completed its output, and we have lot many sources it has referred to, and so on. Right? It is still drafting, I think. Okay, I have market potential entry, opportunities, third wave answers, and these are my 9 tasks. Yeah, these are the sites. You can see that what all it is referring to for giving me the answers, and these are the, I mean, best resources which Perplexity can give you to answer these your market research related tasks. Right. So this is quite a good. I have found that these resources compared to ChatGPT are in a much more sense. Right. So it is just drafting it out. You can see that it has done me extensive research. I think it has stopped or what. Let me go and click on this. I think it was by default on the search side, not on the research side. So I wanted to have a deep research happening and coming out to be. Okay, this will take some time. So what we can do is we can come back to this particular exercise. I'll come back again and I'll show you the final answers or final report that it has generated, but it will take us fewer time, right? It is saying that I can take up to 30 minutes, but it will refer to hundreds of resources and get me to the final answer, what we wanted in this particular deep research coming out as the exact same questions what we want. Right, so I'll come back here, let it proceed, and it will take some time, and meanwhile we can go to another use case. But you got to just that if I want to do a web-based search where I need the latest information, the answer is use the deep research feature of these large language models. Okay, now switching our gears towards the images understanding, right? AI can understand images, right? A lot of images can be understood. So if I give any task, like I want to create a dashboard or I want AI to understand the dashboard, right? It will help us make us get the clues of those picture. So let's say I'm back in here, I paste my this picture, right? So I can ask, can you give me top 5 insights? I'll show you the picture also. Insights out of this dashboard. Right? So if I input this, right, that this is my dashboard. If you see someone, I mean, from the leadership perspective, we have all of these business metrics, KPIs, which we call key performance indicators. I have these ratios coming in, all the, I mean, health cycle of my business, how it is operating. And if I want to gauge the understanding, I need a person, right, data analyst or a data person to make me understand what is happening. But I can upload that image and I can ask, can you give me the top 5 insights? And it is giving me that, okay, these many are your account receivables, healthy liquidity with room of improvement, current ratio is 1.86, efficient inventory. So I got my very quick insights on top of my dashboard with just a setting up my image and get a prompt, right? So this is how images can be understood, and you can like upload your invoice, you can extract the invoice value, you can extract the company name. I mean, whatever the use case you have, the images, the extraction part from the images can be done via ChatGPT, right? So you just upload image, extract any information out of it, and it will give you from the image to text. Okay. And next is, if let's say I want to create a dashboard itself, right? So my next task is how you can use another AI tool that I wanted to know everyone. I mean, you should know about this Claude. It is more advanced in terms of creating coding related stuff, right? So for coding related tasks, generally Claude is the better one. Right, so what I'll do, I'll paste my image here and I will say, can you convert it into a dashboard, right? So from the image itself, it will create a real-time dashboard for us. Can you convert it into a dashboard? Into a real-time dashboard, let's say. Right, so what it will do, it will take this image, it will comprehend what is all ratios it is giving us, and it will generate the entire real-time dashboard, which is anyone can use it in their business purposes or anything, right? So it will start drafting a full-fledged dashboard for us, which is interactive. I can go and check the ratios, I can hover over the charts, and get the detailed information out of it. Right, so let it do. I think we can come back here. This will also take few minutes, and meanwhile we can see our research part if it is done. Right, yes, it is quietly done. So this is my Indian coffee market looks like, and I have more than 78 resources by the way. Right, so these are my resources. Exploring top 10 coffee brands, uh, this particular website, custom market insights, uh, this I'm a government side, right? This I wanted to show you. So there are some articles which government has published and Perplexity can refer to those as well, right? So this is coming from the coffeeboard.gov.in, this publication, which was out of 2023. So you can see that the resources which it refers to, that is what I like about the Perplexity. So I haven't find that ChatGPT go and can get this kind of a PDF information from the official government resources for any kind of a research. And if you see YouTube video also is getting referred, right? So this is the extensive research which Perplexity brings in, right? 10 best coffee brands in India. So all of this it has seen, all the videos, all the content, all of these websites, and I have finally got my answer, which I can read what it is, how the coffee market is growing in, what is the consumer pattern, which company has what market share, right? And the regional differences, everything you will get to know about, right? Here it is a regional difference. Coffee consumption in India shows the district regional patterns. Karnataka, what it is showing me? Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu collectively contribute approximately 97% of India's coffee production. Right. By the way, Coorg in Bangalore, I know about Coorg place. I have been to that place. Coorg has a lot of coffee manufacturing uh, plants there, right? So I have been in one of them. So Karnataka produces 97%. So if I get this information so quickly, that means I can the same way, right? If I want to start a coffee business, I can do it in a much shorter span of time compared to the before AI era. And I got all my answers, I got all my research. My task is to execute and have my full-fledged plan ready for it. Great, right? So let's see our dashboard is ready or not. And our dashboard is also ready. So we have completed both the tasks. And if you see, I can see my ratios in the real time. I can see some of my uh, the key performance indicators. I can see my account receivables and accounts payable, the quick bar chart. I can hover over this chart, and it has created from the image, it has created to a real-time dashboard, which I mean, deploy it to my server or whatsoever. I have a code, I can see it render, I can publish it, and this is happening in the real time, right? So if any metric get changed, the dashboard will get updated and so on. Right, so with just one line with an image, we have made our first dashboard without writing any single line of code. Perfect. Now, few use cases are left, right? So we are just we are proceeding one more advanced level each and every use case. And the next task we have, how you can use within the Excel any AI tool, right? So is there any AI tool that can help you? I mean, people who are not using the enterprise plan, right? So Copilot comes with the enterprise plan. But is there any AI tool that can help me within my Google Sheets as well as Excel? So the answer is yes. The tool name is Numerous.ai. The power of AI in the Sheets and Excel. It's again an extension, right? I think I've not told you how to add an extension in the browser, so I'll quickly tell you, right? What are these extensions? So this is my extension section, right? So if you visit the web store, you can search for any extension out there. And if you are on a Google Chrome or if you are on a Brave browser, you will see the extension, lot of extensions coming here. You just click on it and install to your browser, right? So these are the extensions. And similar way, Numerous.ai is also an extension which comes with the Google Sheets and with the Excel as well. So if you see the same option, right? Extensions here, you click on add-ons, get the add-ons, search for numerous.ai. I have bunch of few more, and it will be added to your extensions. And again, it's free for some usage. After the trial period, or you can say after you consume all the tokens, it's the paid one, right? So all the AI tools majorly in the market comes with the freemium version. You'll get some free credits, and then you have to pay if you are liking that tool, right? So this is one of my data set from the Amazon, right? Amazon reviews data set is there. And let me first delete this. This is the actual by the way, actual reviews for the product Epigamia, which we have got from the Amazon. We have scrapped this data to make it right. So this intention is not to, go what is data all about, but to see how we can leverage AI tools within the Excel file. Right. So this is my Amazon data, which has rating score of this product between 1 to 5. I have the reviews of the customer, healthy and nice, right? The taste is very good, just great, smooth, delicious. It's a Epigamia, which is a yogurt brand, right? So yogurt brand is there, Epigamia, and I have these many reviews. So if I were a data analyst, I want to do a quick analysis on this data and I have to gauge the understanding, right? Very quickly I can do using to this tool extension, which is Numerous AI, and it has a lot of great potential to be working in, right? So let me show you. Yes. So once you enable this extension, you will see your tool here in coming out to be on the left hand side of your sheet. Now it has a lot of good things here coming, right? I can generate a formula. I do not have to remember any formula. I can classify the things. I can do the sentiment analysis as well, right? So first, let me show you how I can generate a formula. I have to just describe what I want, right? So for example, let's say I say that uh, I want to extract domain names, right? I have, let's say, a lot of domain names. I'm selling on multiple platforms, so I just want to extract the domain names from my column L, right? So it will go and generate a regex, the whole formula for it, and it will give us the, kind of a formula which I can apply. I can insert directly to the cell, and I can extract the, let's say, some formula out of it, and it will help me in gauging that understanding. Right. So very quickly, before me uploading it to any chat GPT or any such stuff, I am having my own personal data assistant here. Right. So now next task, I want to gauge the sentiment of the user, right? So how will I do that? So it's a very good tool. Like without wasting our much of our time, we can just type in. We can go to this section called sentiment analysis. I can type in my column names. I'll type in review description. Right, this is my column name. In which column it is present? It is present in M column. What category I want to classify it? I want to have positive, I want to have, let's say, negative, and I want to have as a neutral, right? And place my result in, let's say, N2, right? So here it is, I'm placing my result, and you will see the formula itself got generated. So if you see equals to NAI, which is numerous AI, classify the sentence of this review description present in which cell M2 as one of the following as positive, negative, and I got my answer. Now just I have to do is drag and drop. So if I do drag and drop, it will get all my positive, negative reviews classified with the within the tool itself called sentiment classification. Right? I can classify to any other categories by applying the same formula. Can you classify this review into any other category? I've already done, and I think we are on time, so I'll quickly show you what all deep columns you can derive it. Right? So I have derived this product issues as well. Right? So let me show you one more example. How can I have a product issues as well? So I'll create one new column in my sheet, insert one new column left, and I can call it as, let's say, sentiment, this one, and I will call it as product issues. So I want to do and understand what kind of issues people are facing in my reviews, right? Is either it's a delivery issue, it's a quality issue. I can classify that. So I have to go to same, enable this, and use the classify item in my listing, right? I have a classify option, classify the review description, which is present in my column M. You can leave that based on I want to have the product issue. Let me product issue, delivery issue, quality issue, right? So I'm building a sentiment kind of a thing without me going into the ML and deep learning stuff. And let's say no issues, right? If there is no issues, customer is happy, and place the result in N2 based on, let's say, based on industry, based on review description. and I will place my result in Odoo. Right, so it will generate, classify the review description into based on review description as one of the following, and I have got my no issues because it was the positive, right? So I can do this, no issues, issues. I have a multi-class classification now done within one click, right? Within one formula, and I can just drag and drop on my entire this thing, and I got my positive, negative product issues. I mean, that depends on you what kind of an analysis you want to do, but I can do a lot more stuff, right? I can have my top five keywords extracting out of this, and all of this I'm doing without using the you can say any programming language. I'm just using the tool called numerous.ai within my chat sheets, and that is how the I mean you can use the advanced Excel capabilities within your Excel sheets, right? And now the next part, if you have a very large data analysis to do, right? So if I have any large data set, I can upload that Excel file. So this is one use case where I cannot upload my Excel